Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Lunarians, Chocobos, everybody. Welcome to the Highway to the Zemus-Zone free enterprise race tonight, play in race, where our first, second, and third place finishers will advance to the round of 16. My name is PMAkfal, and I will be joined here with...
Hi, I'm BrewersFanJP. I'm glad to be here tonight watching this exciting race. This is one of the biggest ones we're going to see, obviously, because it's our tiebreaker race here.
And let me just say, that recap was absolutely incredible. I'm not sure how we are going to follow that up with our commentary. However, we will absolutely try. Thank you, everybody involved with making that. That was just amazing. We're going to have a fantastic race tonight. So we'll see. We'll get started here shortly.
Yeah, this is going to be really great. I mean, so just as a quick recap, so like I said, tiebreaker race. It's actually not a tiebreaker race, really, but this is a play-in race. Top three from this race will advance, and whoever finishes in last will unfortunately miss the bracket.
Yes, that is correct. And we have our racers tonight, EizanTayama, nightdew, BigDunka, and Couch23.
So we should be starting momentarily. Just waiting for them to do final preparations here.
And we are confirmed this is a Scala Kitty Classic, so I hope everyone is comfortable. This could be an extremely trolly seed.
Now we'll have to see. I mean, Rosa starts kind of nice because you got your white mage to start, but we'll have to see what they start with and what our second character is as we're underway.
Yep, an early Artemis bow possibly could be good. Heroine shirt would be nice. Ooh, a Kane and Rosa start.
And a tower key to start as well. So I can't use that tower key right away, but that could come into play later on.
Yes, tower key is a very quick key item. It not even really considered a boss spot, I guess. It's maybe like 500-600 HP. Eats up a little time with that cutscene, but we'll see once we get Underworld access. We'll see if anybody goes to that early.
So normal play here. All of our runners just starting in Baron. See who's here. See if they can get some good items.
Ooh, it looks like we have Palom.
We got a lunar boss there, which not a bad spot for a lunar boss. But that's a low HP spot.
But we do have confirmation of where our best black mage, arguably the best black mage, is. We have our best white mage already in the party, so character-wise, we could be off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, I'd have to see how long it takes them before they feel comfortable going for that fight. But yeah, they're going to continue to check Baron, see if they can find anything really good here.
I saw some piece of crystal gear showing up. Did you catch what that was in one of the pots?
I did not. It was a pretty quick check.
Generally, if that piece of crystal gear is something that can only be equipped by Cecil, that early on, that usually just means GP, $signs.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad idea to sell that, get the early money, and kind of just move on.
So EizanTayama putting white arrows on Rosa and get that fire sword for Kane. White arrows are pretty useful against Mylon Z, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and sell that crystal helm to get himself some money. Yeah, with the hourglass 3s are definitely going to be beneficial to some of those bosses.
Yeah. We also saw some coffins at the second shop in Toroya, which will be good for later on if we need to do some grinding.
Couch is going to go ahead and check the Looks like he's gonna check East Hobbs to find Tella.
That was a nice early pickup. Get you some spells if you want to go for him.
One of the benefits of having Tella early, if you decide to go for him, is he already has Exit. He also has Cure 2. So early on, that's a great little minor healing. And if you want to say you want to go to Antlion Cave or something, you can go ahead and exit on out. And we have the Baron Soldiers.
So that's a nice, easy little quick fight here to get Tella. Well, we got nightdew going for Antlion.
It's interesting in this play-in race that we've seen a divergence on all four runners. We have one runner checking, looting Dam Cyan. We've got BigDunka in Toria looting. We've got Couch up on Hobbs, and we've got nightdew diving into Antlion Cave.
So yeah, noticing that divergence. Just thinking about this, with this being a play-in race. No, these runners know top 3 advance. So you just have to not be last. If you're running this, how does that change your strategy, or does it change your strategy?
Personally, I feel like this is the race to take some gambles. As you said, first, second, and third place will advance. Fourth place will be eliminated. However, this is the time when you can take your gambles. A gamble can pay off and get you in those 3 spots pretty easily if it pays off. The gambles also hold a little less weight because, if one gamble doesn't quite pay off, you still have that chance of finishing second or third. We're not really relying on points right now.
Yeah, that's true. The points really don't matter that much in this one. You just need to finish. Just need to get into the top 3, get into the bracket, keep going. On a similar route, though, it also could benefit a more conservative play style. If you feel like you're good enough that if you play conservative, you'll finish in the top 3, then you might just not take those risks. You might just play a high percentage game, and hopefully that gets you to where you need to go.
Or perhaps you're thinking that no one else is going to take those risks, and that's a risk in itself.
So we've got nightdew going after Dr. Lugay. Low HP spot. This won't be too bad for them.
And I'm sure nightdew's hoping they can take out Dr. Lugay before he poisons everybody, but it looks like he might not. Unfortunately, we may have a disco % run going until he can get some healing down.
Well, he did get Kane airborne, so that helped. Unfortunately, Eizan didn't get Lugay down fast enough, and he's going to get the ball on a Z as nightdew gets the Luca key.
So we have the 2 key items we currently have are something we cannot use at all right now. And everyone, please don't sit too close to your nightdew screen.
Oh yeah, we're gonna seen that for about a minute or so. So there's still plenty of places to check in the world here. We still got Babool, which will have a key item. Still Ordeals. Probably the last place you want to go, but it is available.
Ordeals will have some benefit having Tella in the party to get his higher level spells unlocked.
That is true. Yeah, the Ordeals play isn't as bad with Tella here because you will get a full power Tella at least.
Eizan is working on his disco % run as well. And nightdew taking on the Baron soldiers to go ahead and pick up Tella as well. Are you surprised at all to not reset out of Tella?
Not really, especially this early. It's not a bad boss fights to get through here with the Baron soldiers. Having a third character is better than, just dealing with a two-character party for now. If it was a tougher boss, I could see people resetting out of it, but an easy boss like this, I think it makes a lot of sense to just go through it and get that third character for now.
Did we just see sirens on EizanTayama's screen? I believe we saw sirens in that shop.
Yes, we did. And EizanTayama sold a lot of stuff to buy some sirens.
Well, finding sirens is definitely big. This opens up the Underworld grind, which is probably the fastest grind spot.
Of course, we still have to get to the Underworld, but we'll see how long that takes. Still have to find that magma key or that hook.
Question in chat by Nitsky. Yes, Scala did roll the seed. Couch went ahead and found his sirens. Looks like he's going to climb up and go ahead and do the full gauntlet spot right now, which is good, especially where he's at. He gets a free heal by doing this. I forgot to mention this. I watched on nightdew screen when he was on East Hobbs fighting the Baron soldiers. He took out the officer first and dropped a life potion on him as he died to go ahead and get that extra experience from that fight.
Yeah, very nice with the early just heads up. Get yourself in position. Oh, BigDunka's getting an exploding ball nub.
Tella can take it. Tella is a tank. We got the Dark Elf in Fabul.
Yeah, Dark Elf, the first phase can be a little rough with those weak spells. You can get them into phase 2. It's not as bad.
No, Dark Elf early, I believe Dragon Breath is what he uses early on, and that's not too devastating in an early boss spot. It looks like he's going to go back to meet change. nightdew also in the Dark Elf fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dark Elf did get off a piggy spell, or not really a piggy spell, a whisper.
Yes, Whisper will have the effect of Piggy. Now, Rosa can still use her arrows, however, she will not be able to use magic until she is no longer a Piggy.
Luckily, with Tella with some white magic, that won't hurt him too badly.
Fortunately for both nightdew and Couch, the end of the Fabul Gauntlet spot yields not only a key item potential spot, but a free heal as well. We get EizanTayama is heading up to follow the same path, and it looks like BigDunka is going to be doing the same.
Alright, Couch is through Dark Elf, so is nightdew. Let's see what item we get.
Ooh, a pink tail.
That is a little rough. So, are we looking at an Ordeals play now?
Looks like Ordeals or Baron.
There, we do have Baron as well.
Now, if Baron is the play they have to make, with our flags on right now, Wyvern or Golbez cannot be guarding access to the Underworld. So if that's our only access to the Underworld, that lunar boss in the Baron Inn may not be Wyvern. So it might be worth checking out.
That's a good point. We can't go through the Wyvern to get to the Underworld. We'll have to see. It might not be even a bad idea to just peek in at it, see what boss it is, and just dip right out if it is one of them.
The throne room of Fabul yielded some nice loot. We had diamond armor, a dragoon helm. Looks like Couch is checking a couple shops up here to see if there's anything just worth picking up. Probably looking for coffins, perhaps. And EizanTayama and BigDunka both finish Fabul basically the same time. They will both be slightly disappointed to find that pink tail.
I mean, the one advantage to the pink tail is if it is a hook seed, you at least get a free adamant armor.
Right, taking the adamant armor, especially if that's where you have to go, will make it a little bit less painful.
So right now, it looks like a lot of our runners are just gearing up a little bit, going through some item shops, just trying to get themselves in better position.
Ooh, coffins in Toria along with Starveils. Couch picked up some Starveils and he'll be picking up coffins. So we have coffins and sirens.
I do think we saw the coffins at least on somebody else's side. I can't remember who though.
Oh, nightdew finding life potions as well. As well as silkweb.
So it looks like Couch is going to go take on the Baron Inn spot.
And we'll see who this lunar boss is.
Oh, it's Wyvern.
So
whatever item this is not going to be necessarily our only way to the Underworld.
So this is Ordeals definitely progress, and he got a Starveil off and reflected that Mega Nuke right back. We'll see who the second boss is. Kanatsu.
Now, nice picking up that ice brand now, because I believe Kanatsu is weak to ice.
Oh, we gotta reset out.
Couch is just gonna say nope, and he's gonna go for Ordeals most likely.
Nightdew swallowed that Mega Nuke. It looks like he's gonna take probably the same path. Ooh, BigDunka also seeing if he can tank a Mega Nuke, and the answer is absolutely not.
It's worth noting in this flag set yet that we do not have the W flag on, which would change the Mega Nuke to something else. Not necessarily much better, but would be something else at least.
Let's see, EizanTayama is going to we're gonna see his Mega Nukes as well. And there's a Golbez in the, was that the Vanilla Mist Dragon spot?
Yep, that was Vanilla Mist Dragon. So you're running into the bosses you really don't want to see yet.
Well, to be fair, I would actually like to see Golbez in that Vanilla Mist Dragon spot, because that means he's not going to be guarding anything you absolutely need.
That's true.
So that's probably a big breath of relief to see that, okay, good, Golbez is not up here on Ordeal. Well, Golbez could not be on Ordeals at this point.
But of course, knowing that Wyvern is in the Baron Inn, you know that what your route to the Underworld is likely up here on Ordeals.
EizanTayama's he's committing to the Baron play. He went in and tried again, but I think he's going to head to Ordeals at this point. We have the Magus Sisters at the top of Ordeals. Couch is getting ready to take on his Magus Sisters as well. And we have decent equipment right now, so equipment is pretty good for us at this point. Ice Brand for Kane, Fire Sword for Kane. Nightdew's got an Ogre Axe on and some Dragoon gear, so it shouldn't be too bad. And Lilith Rod is actually pretty strong for Tella as well, ups the magic.
Now, Nightdew's going back for the spot here.
Yep, looks like nightdew is going to try to take on Kanyatso again. He
Fortunately, doesn't get that Star Veil off.
tried to run buffer and just didn't get the run buffer right off there, and Wyvern took him out there.
Yeah.
We got Couches grinding a little bit here on Ordeals, and that's a good spot up here. You can a Siren will call 2 Liliths, and they give pretty decent experience. So this is a good play for Couch.
Absolutely, get some early levels. Just get yourself in better shape. I don't blame Nightdew for trying to get through Wyvern, because if Wyvern has something important, that's an advantage. But it looks like Nightdew also knows you can't spend too much time there. You got to keep moving.
And a quick attack or anything quick, getting the Star Veil up, that'll get through Wyvern pretty easily. The Kanyatso, the next boss, is going to be the tricky one, because that's a not high but not super low HP spot either. It's also quite fast.
So I think right now, at this point, our runners are basically probably hoping the crystal is not on Wyvern, or is not behind that Wyvern.
A question in chat: how much experience does 2 Liliths award? I want to say they're 2,500 each. But 5,500. That's for the 2. So I was close.
Well, we got an easy fight up here in the Mylan Z spot. Just King, Queen, Outland. Just gotta basically defend until they regain their senses. You can also try to take them out, but with our current flag set, they will eventually just destroy themselves.
EizanTayama has taken down the Magus Sisters. BigDunka's, this is a free fight here in the back attack spot. So they'll both be sitting pretty here shortly. Getting those extra spells unlocked for Tella is going to be a big advantage, especially if this ends up being a hook seed. But the downside for Tella is Tella does not get Quake. BigDunka is heading into the throne room, the shrine at the top of Mount Ordeals. EizanTayama went down to grind a little bit on the Liliths.
Alright, so what's our key item?
Magma Key. I bet he is very excited for that. Little breath of relief. Don't have to worry about a hook seed. And we have the either the Fable Gauntlet or the Water Hag, and it's the Water Hag.
Another easy fight, just attack 3 times and it's over.
Unfortunately, this is kind of a waste of a free fight, because this fight spot only has about 600 HP, 700 HP-ish, and finding this free fight here means it's not in a difficult spot, possibly on the moon, that could possibly be guarding the crystal. So It's Wells in chat telling me that it is 1,000 HP, but still, it's pretty easy at this point to knock off 1,000 HP off his boss. Seeing the water hag here is not something I personally would want to see in this spot.
Yeah, that's very fair. You do want to save those for harder boss spots. I mean, the other side of this though that's good is we've already seen two of the worst bosses that you could get in the seed, in the Wyvern and Golbez.
Yep, we do have the bosses we have left that are fairly free. Dark Knight Cecil, if you can tank 3 of his hits, that's fairly free unless he's in a later spot and a very fast spot. Dark Imps are fairly free-ish. You've got the Baron Guards, you can stop them. You've got the Calcabrana, you can stop the back 3. So it's not too, but hopefully those could be in a spot for our runners to make life a little bit easier.
We also do know that one of the other lunar bosses is at the Octomemon spots. I think one runner peaked at that and then save or reset right out of it.
EizanTayama picked up his magma key. And BigDunka picked up some more coffins. He's gonna probably, once he picks up another character, so probably grind a little bit.
So with Underworld access, that's access to. We've got access to the Summon Land, where you can get one item for free. Got access to the Sylph's Cave, where you can find Yang and then go back talk to his wife to get an item. Got Dwarf Castle with item there, and we also still have the Tower Key for 2 items. You go to the top and through the Tower Key, and then also the Luke Key for an item. So that Magma Key really broke the seat open a bit, and our runners have a lot of different ways they can go.
Yeah, we also can peek in then and check to see those 2 boss spots down in Land of the Summoned Monsters as well.
So we did see some divergence early, but then everyone kind of got funneled on the same path through Ordeals. Now we get to see people diverge again.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm interested to see where our runners go and what they choose to do down here in the Underworld. All runners have the spells unlocked, obviously, because they needed to get the Magma Key. They've got the spells unlocked for Tella. So they could go to Dwarf Castle and see if it's possibly not a tricky fight. I think they all have Hourglass. BigDunka is going to go ahead and grind. So I think his play is probably going to be either Babel or Dwarf Castle for that character. I would imagine he's going to grind a little bit and go into Dwarf Castle. Yeah, for those of you who are fairly new to the Final Fantasy Free Enterprise scene, what BigDunka is doing right now is one of the most common grind spots. Sirens will call the rare fight, the rarest fight of the location, and coffins is an item that casts fatal. This egg contains a yellow dragon in the Underworld and will yield 34,000 experience per kill. And you can use the coffin and kill the egg right off. So BigDunka is using this right now to really get some early levels on Rosa and Kane. Tella's level growth really isn't going to be much of anything.
Yeah, and getting these early levels is definitely going to help them through some of these tougher spots down here. Didn't do much grinding. Obviously, you don't want to overgrind because you don't have a full party yet, but a few extra levels always helps.
And the Dragoon gear on Kane is definitely helpful too. Having some higher levels with him, and that Dragoon gear is going to make him pretty darn powerful.
Unfortunately, the runners might be a little sad at this point, just not having Palom behind that wyvern. But we still don't know. I mean, while the wyvern couldn't have guarded access to the Underworld, it could still guard the location to the crystal, I believe.
Oh, it can. Yes, there is always a possibility that the crystal is behind that barren spot. Couch is doing the same thing with his grind a little bit. And we're checking the chest is the darkness crystal, so we have moon access.
And that just opens things up even more. I mean, at a minimum, you can go to the moon and get a character. These runners now have a lot of options open to them.
Absolutely. Well, now we currently there's only 2 spots that we cannot check, and that is Odin's spot and the boss in Baron. So there's only 2 key item potential spots that we cannot actually see right now. Everything else we can access, get to, and see. Darkness Crystal also gives a free character in the Lunar Throne. So if any of our runners get desperate for a character, they could go through that scene, go see who's up there, and possibly start rolling in there. Oh, EizanTayama getting bodied by that summoned monster down there.
So it's also worth keeping track of our key items so far. Between all of our runners, we've seen 5. Just important to remember to track those, because at 10 key items, that will double our runners' experience, allow them to grind a bit faster. But of course, how much you want to really grind is dependent on how soon you find that crystal. Especially now that you have the Darkness Crystal.
Right, and there's not... Have we seen Bacchus yet?
I don't think so. I know they've picked up some, but I don't think we've actually seen them in a shop.
Now, what would you do? Would you head to the moon to check that free character?
Well, actually, right now I wouldn't, because we just got the package from Yang's wife, so I'd go check Kaipo first and see what character's there. Then I would go to the moon and check that character.
Fair enough, fair enough. And on our current flags that we have right now, there can only be, correct me if I'm wrong, there can only be 1 duplicate, is that right?
That's correct.
So one of our character spots is going to be a duplicate. I think all of our runners are hoping that it's not the package spot or on the Lunar Throne.
Yeah, you just want to get some more characters in your party at this point. You're still at 3. Is BigDunka going to take on Wyvern again?
Yeah, BigDunka is gonna. He wants Palom, and I don't blame him. Palom is a very, very, very strong black mage.
All right, can you get the Star Veil off in time? Nope.
No. Let's see how deep he commits to this play. Oh, not that deep.
1 shot. We're going to check the package character here.
And Couch is going to head up to the moon because Couch did not check. Oh, we have an edge.
Oh, BigDunka. Glad to see that. And EizanTayama is also about to get edge as well.
And we'll see. Couch is going to go up to the, as I was saying before, I got excited about seeing Edge in Mist. Couch is going to head to the moon and see which characters are up there, and he has not checked with Sheila yet to pick up that package. EizanTayama is blowing up the village of Mist, as did BigDunka.
Yeah, I think most people would literally blow up a village if it meant getting edge out of it.
Oh, we also have the possibility for one of the major trolls that you can find. I have seen once or twice in fun runs of mine of having the Mist Dragon in this boss spot in Kaipo. Now, BigDunka and Eizan and most of our runners are probably going to see who this boss is, but sometimes you could have a character like Edward that you do not want through the package, and the Mist Dragon is hanging out in the Kaipo Inn.
Yeah, that could definitely be a rough situation. As I said, these runners are definitely gonna go for edge. They're gonna go through this boss, whatever it is. I mean, they at least know going in. There's probably a few bosses. There's at least a few bosses it can't be.
Oh, we've got the element spot.
Ooh, that's kind of a nice little entrance for them. You don't get to see all four of them at once very often.
I'm partial to watching them all dance in the Dwarf Castle. And
Oh.
Couch is going to give us a who do we see but the duplicate of Kane.
That's a little unfortunate.
As I was saying, there can be one duplicate in these flags, and there he is.
Well, nightdew, I think, went into the dwarf castles taking on Ogopogo.
We got Fasoya is resting in Kaipo. So, you know, I don't know. With Palom available, if any of our runners feel comfortable enough getting through that, getting through the Wyvern fight, we may not even worry about that. And Big Dunk is gonna go find his duplicane. And Couch is heading up Babel. I'm wondering if he's going to try the top of Babel or if he's going to just dig into this tower key spot.
Well, we'll see right here. Nope, gonna go up the tower first.
He's going up. Okay. Yep, nightdew got through the Ogopogo. We've got a Paladin Cecil with the D-Lunars.
So, I mean, you're definitely taking the Cecil at this point. You need more characters. But unfortunately, we have not found a good weapon for Cecil yet. So that makes him a little bit rougher to work with.
We've got the virus script going on here. EizanTayama is going to try to take on the Wyvern. He's going to down the Wyvern. He's got Edge. Edge is fast, and Edge can get up that Star Veil. So it's going to be Edge versus Kanyatso. And Couch is fighting Baigan at the top of Babel.
So as we were talking about, there's been a lot of Divergent at this point. We're seeing everybody going for different things. Kind of just a matter of which one pays off. Someone's going to take an advantage at some point. We're just waiting to see who that is. All right, night 2 finished off these fights. We're about to see what item is in the dwarf castle. Um, see what else we've got here. Oh, there's the hook on Nightdew's side. You can turn the pink tail. Can check Eblon. That does open up another item. Or not another item, sorry, another character. So that could be worth checking out. But Nightdew's gonna go first, get to check Yang, so you can talk to Yang's wife, get whatever, or get the package from there. Alright, EizanTayama is through Kegnazo and gets a life staff.
But Palom.
That is Palom, at least. So you do have Palom in the party.
We're going to see BigDunka is going to go ahead and check Cave Bahamut. Let's see if there's any value in Cave Bahamut.
So we do have there are some chests in here. We do have the Bahamut spots that could hold a key item.
I don't think Dunk is going to try to fight the spot. I think he might just be checking who's down here.
Nightdew's taking that hook and go grab adamant armor. Or just putting at least just for now, putting the hovercraft there so he can grab the adamant armor at some point.
Ooh, we've got Mom Bomb in Cave Bahamut. That is not going to be a fun fight for that spot.
Yeah, not at all.
Now, Mom Bomb has 3 phases. The first phase is just a single little bomb, and after a bit, it will turn into a large Mom Bomb, and then after a bit there, it will explode into 6 little bombs, and it's going to do some nasty damage on that explode in the Bahamut spot. So,
yeah, not what you want to face at low levels. Might have to come back later, but for now, just leave it alone.
Yeah, as Margaret Ann pointed out, fun for us as viewers, not fun for our runners.
So Couch gets the pan from the top of the tower.
Oh, it's another key. It's actually 2 potential key item spots.
Yep, can now go back, whack Yang with it, and then go talk to Sheila for another item.
And we also have the tower key spot here too. With Valvalis.
Not a bad spot to see Valvalis. Low HP. Shouldn't be too bad. And already down.
Goodbye. Valvalis is one of those boss fights that can really give you some trouble if you don't have Kane in any other spot. But fortunately for our runners, we have Kane, and it was in a very easy spot. So everything worked out okay. EizanTayama is going ahead and grinding a little bit with his party. He's got Rosa, Edge, Tella, Kane, Palom. And you know, with some decent equipment on Edge, it could be a potential endgame party for EizanTayama.
Absolutely. And Nightdew is also going for Palom as well.
Oh, we got the Starvel up off on Kane.
Actually getting a couple Starveils off.
See, Nightdew, I would imagine. Oh wow, yeah. I guess he lowered his battle speed, so he's got 3 Starveils off.
Ooh, and Couch gets the twin harp from the top of the tower.
Hey, you know what? Nasty music, friends. Nasty music.
So yeah, these runners still have a bunch of different ways that they can go. We have our moon access through the darkness crystal, but we still do not have the crystal that we absolutely need to finish this seed.
We really don't have a weapon for Cecil right now yet, do we? I want to say he's smacking around with a fire sword on Nightdew's head.
Yeah, we have not seen a good weapon for him yet.
Ooh, Murasame from the Sylphs, which nice weapon for Edge. Unfortunately, Couch hasn't picked up his package yet. Nightdew, if he checks package here, he'll be set up for a really solid endgame party. And I did mention it earlier, and I'm sorry for that. BigDunka fighting the D-Lunars, this is actually a good spot for that. The Vanilla Golbez spot doesn't have a lot of HP because it's mostly a scripted fight. So that HP split amongst the two, or between the two of them, isn't gonna be too nasty, and that's why our runners got through that fairly well. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see any of our.
Yeah. So Couch just picked up the Baron key. That gives him access to another key item and also another character. So we're gonna have to see what he decides to do with that Baron key. And he's gonna check the package spot first, and he's gonna be happy to see Edge. He's only at 3 characters. Is that right? Couch only still at 3?
Yes, Couch only does have 3 characters, but he's getting ready to pick up Edge, so he will have 4.
And Couch is at 9 key items, so when he gets that crystal, he will, at the worst, when he gets the crystal, he'll be at 10, so he will definitely have the opportunity to grind. So we're 45 minutes in. If you're any of these runners, are you getting worried at all?
Not yet. As we said before, there's 2 ways, 2 schools of thought for this one. You could take the gambles because 3 of the 4 are going to advance, or you could play it safe. Not seeing any duns or anything in the IRC, I'm sure that they're not too concerned just yet. Everyone has really made, I don't want to say the safe plays, but everyone's pretty much done. Nobody's made a right or wrong play at this point. Everybody's just kind of rolling with it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we haven't, as you mentioned, we haven't seen anything. I mean, no duns yet, so this wasn't a fast seed. But and then 46 minutes is not so bad. But once you start getting to probably hour 15, it's probably got to start creeping in your mind.
Well, I'm sure there's a couple runners that are thinking, should I dive the moon? Should I check it out? Every runner's got the darkness crystal. They probably all have in their mind, did my opponent, have they started checking lunar bosses yet?
Yeah, that is one thing that will probably be playing in their minds. Is this seed went so open that you just don't know what you're gonna do, and at this point you're probably just hoping that it's not your last spot that you check.
Right. Well, we got EizanTayama and is heading down from Babel. He took out Baigen. Nightdew is fighting Baigen as well, and BigDunka is on his way. And we've got Couch took out the element spot in the Kaipo Inn, so he will have Edge. I'm actually surprised that Nightdew, and I'm not sure if I just didn't see it. I had a little hiccup with my internet here. I'm surprised Nightdew didn't peek the character in Miss Village yet.
It is a little surprising. But at the same time, he's already got a 5-person party. So he might just want to gamble that's good enough and just keep going. I don't even know if it's a gamble. Just it's a decent 5-person party as it is.
Couch is going and checking those spots to see if there's possibly Mist Dragon anywhere. We've got the lunar boss. Plague is in the Octomam spot, which is another great thing to know, that Plague is not in a nasty spot up on the moon that could be guarding a key item.
Absolutely.
So far, the seed's been fairly kind to our runners. Couch is gonna go ahead and check out the Baron key and see what he can get down here.
So I believe if he goes into Baron, I believe we saw one of the king sprites in the open. So I believe that's... Well, I think that at this point it has to be Odin. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it was a king sprite to start. And we've already seen King Queen Eblon, and we've already seen King Nozzle as well, which wouldn't have been the king sprite anyway, but... We'll have to see how this plays out as they go. And Couch is the one that's making the play we haven't seen yet. That's why we're a little interested to just watch his side, see what comes up. I mean, in terms of stuff we have not seen at this point, we haven't seen where the Luca key leads to. We haven't seen the Twin Harp. We haven't seen any of the Darkness Crystal stuff. So there's still a lot open.
Yep. Only thing we really know from the moon is that there is Mom Bomb in Bahamut's spot.
So Couch is going to take on Odin. Not a bad spot to fight Odin in.
Odin, what are you doing up there?
The other advantage with the opening with the Baron key here is once Couch clears this out, he can go and check what boss is at the Odin spot and potentially go for a key item there.
Right, but we're running out of free bosses here, so it's yeah.
Right, who's the king today? It looks like the Baron Guards.
Baron Guards. There's another one of the free-ish fights up here. Coffins. The Baron Guards, you can use coffins on them, as Couch is showing, and takes them right out. So very free. Kind of another waste of a free boss at this spot. This is not a very difficult spot at all. So we could get some, unless this is the crystal, we could be in for some trolliness. It looks like we've got Porum.
So we gotta wait a minute here as the cutscenes play out on Couch's side before we see what item he's gonna get.
EizanTayama is fighting Ogopogo down here in Dwarf Castle. BigDunka just finished off Baigen up in battle. And nightdew is going to turn in his pan.
Right, does this move pay off for Couch?
Let's see. It is the Rat Tail.
Okay, maybe delayed payoff.
Yep, Couch is going to go ahead and looks like he's going to go peek that Odin spot as well. So Rat Tail, as you said, Rat Tail could pay out. Rat Tail could also be a dead end.
Yeah, definitely an intriguing item. Either way, it is another key item. And that actually puts Couch at 10 key items, so if he wants to grind, he does get the double experience now.
Yep.
Oh, Kalkabrina at Odin.
That's actually really good to see. That's another free-ish fight. So with hourglasses, does he not have hourglass? He has silk webs. He can slow him down. I don't think Couch has any hourglasses.
So, I mean, the big thing here is just get those dolls down before they combine.
Right. If you can stop those dolls in the back, they won't combine.
He's gonna try to get through this before they combine. Trying to manipulate the ATV as much as possible.
See, can he get a stop off? He's gonna use virus.
Nope, there's the
Oh,
Kalkabrina.
yeah. Now Kalkabrina is not fun. Kalkabrina hits hard. Kalkabrina can use glance, which as you see right there, confusion. On edge is gonna hurt too. We're gonna go ahead and berserk. Yep, he's just gonna reset out of that one. BigDunka picked up his twin harp from Tower Key. EizanTayama is getting ready to get his reward from the Dwarf Castle. And nightdew is getting ready to fight the king, which is the guards.
Couch going straight back for that Odin fight.
Yeah, he's gonna try to get those back dolls down sooner. It's like Hook was in. That's right, Hook was in Dwarf Castle. I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah, I mean, beyond, I think, nightdew cashing the pink tail, I don't think we've seen anybody really use that hook yet.
Right. And Couch has not yet picked up the hook, according to our tracker.
Well, in terms of this seed, I mean, it depends on if the rat tail leads to the crystal or not, whether that hook's going to be needed.
So Couch is actually going to try to use Meteor. I think I saw him queue up Meteor. So if he can go ahead and survive this, yep, there it is. It should take him out. So using that Soma drop on Tella really paid off.
Very nice move. Now, will he get something good out of it?
And the Avenger Sword, not what he wanted, but still pretty good. Good weapon. Good weapon. Avenger Sword, for those of you who don't know, is it's a pretty powerful sword, and it also is an automatic berserk. Cannot be dispelled by Zeromus' black hole. So putting that on Kane during the Zeromus fight, or at any point, is actually going to be very beneficial. As you can see, the amount of damage it does, or the strength it has. Yeah, that's a good pickup. Nightdew's going to go ahead and check out what that rat tail is going to give us.
Oh, and BigDunka going for the Dark Elf.
It's the spoon.
So, nope, that hook is really not needed. I mean, it gets you a nice throwing item for edge and a nice armor, but not for your progression.
Well, BigDunka is about to be a fan favorite. The one of the greatest Easter eggs, personally for me, in free enterprise is there are. Well, I'm actually not going to explain it. I'll let you find out for yourself. But there are many, many Easter eggs throughout. If you feel like just sitting down one day and playing through, talk to everybody, check everything, it's amazing.
All right.
All right, let's hear what our nasty music is today. What? Wait, just kidding. We have to wait.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you come into this fight with everybody equipped with metal gear, this first part goes really fast, but if you don't, then you have to wait for Dark Elf's attacks to all go off.
They're pretty weak. This should actually kill Rosa. Actually, probably kill everybody, and will be a... Yeah, there we go. We don't have to worry about we can't go straight into our cutscene. So...
That's the FF10 opening. Alright, what do we get here? Oh, we get Bahamut's.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, definitely not the worst spot you can find Bahamut in, but you do want to try to get it down before that nuke goes off.
This is a good spot for physical attacks as well. And there we go. He is down. This has a pretty high magic defense, but the physical attacks did a number on him. We're good to go. Couch is going ahead and doing his grind. Looks like he's letting Tello be a floor mat there.
And it's a ribbon. Another nice item, but it's not progression.
Yeah, that is nice. Ribbon is good, but it's definitely not wanted to see. I'm surprised no one has run into the Luca cave and into the sealed cave and checked that item, because you can check the item before fighting the boss.
Yeah. At this point, we don't have a lot available left. Like,
we have the two spots in Land of the Summoned Monsters, which we saw. One's the Evil Wall, which Evil Wall's in the Ashura spot. Evil Wall in the Leviathan spot is I forgot who's in the Leviathan spot. We've got, the Odin spot's done. We saw what that was. That's the Avenger. We've got Moon, and we have Dragon Mist. That's about it.
I think it was either the Fabul Gauntlet or Mylan Z at the Leviathan spot.
Actually, I believe it's the Fabul Gauntlet. I'm pretty sure that was a blue sprite. So unless we had a palette swap there, that's probably going to be the Fabul Gauntlet. And that... Ugh. Oh, is it one? Okay, someone said one of the Mylons, so... It was purple. Maybe it was. I am colorblind. I apologize.
Yeah, Couch is going to make the play. Going to check this sealed cave.
Yep,
See,
nightdew is About to get our music. Listen to my story. Oh, Sand Ruby is in Luca.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's checked that Kaipo character yet, but at this point, I don't think anybody really cares.
It is Fasoya.
Oh, well, that actually would be a good one, but you're probably not going to go through that fight to get Fusoya at this point.
Yeah. And don't really need the key item at this point. Oh, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 9 right now.
No, Couch is 10.
Does he?
Yep.
I cannot count.
Yeah, some of those are a little hard to tell when they're lit up. I think you might have missed the pan there. That one's a little tough, but
I think I did. The only thing that could bite Couch for not, is if that evil wall spot is the Dragon Mist.
and that's a good point. Could have at least stepped out to check it, but can't blame him for just saving putting out of there too. So kind of just a reminder what's on the line for this race. This is the 13 to 16 play-in race. Top 3 from this race advance to the brackets. Whoever finishes in 4th is out. And Couch is going for at least the Mylon spot for now.
So it is Mylon first, not Mylon. It's Mylon Y, not Mylon Z. Yeah, little mini person there in BigDunka's screen. Bye, Porum. Mylon Alpha. Yes, thank you. And while this is going on, I'll take just a brief moment to thank RPG Limit Break for allowing us to run this on the channel. RPG Limit Break is any subscriptions, anything sent to RPG Limit Break benefits the event that they run every year. Annual charity speedrunning event. It supports the National Alliance on Mental Illness, which is the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization dedicated to building better lives for the millions of Americans affected by mental illness. So it is a fantastic event, fantastic cause, fantastic charity. Thank you. Thank you to Skullakitty, our restreamer, and Supremacy, our tracker tonight. And also to my co-commentator, BrewersFanJP.
And thanks to you as well for co-commenting with me and for that nice description of everything that RPG Limit Break is about.
Oh, and EizanTayama going into the lunar subterranean.
Yeah, EizanTayama was the first one down here.
And BigDunka is still running around as I believe, mini edge. Oh, mini cane. Sorry, mini cane.
Ooh, Mylon nailed edge there on Couch's side.
I see.
Not too bad though.
See, nightdew going ahead and doing his grind now.
Alright, we're about to find out what's at this Leviathan spot.
It's the Legend Sword.
If you were below 10 key items, that's not so bad, but at 10, above 10, you're... Unless you find it... Well, that doesn't even help Couch much, because you didn't pick up Cecil.
Nope. And we're going to check this evil wall spot. I mean, sorry, Ashura spot, which holds the evil wall. And nightdew is going to go and be slightly disappointed by the item in the Luca cave after he tries to open it with a coffin. That didn't work, so he's gonna our siren in here. He's gonna use the Luca key this time.
I opened with a siren, so he's alerting everybody that he's opening the cave.
Yes. EizanTayama is going to go ahead and grind on some King Ryus here. Stopped him with his Hourglass 3s. Going to use Weak on them, and looks like he's probably going... Yep, he is going to take them down and then life glitch them up to get that extra experience. This is going to give a hefty amount of experience with 10 key items. BigDunka is going back for that wyvern spot there to pick up Palom and see what item is here. Perhaps nightdew will check out who the boss is in the evil wall spot. And Couch takes down the evil wall with relative ease. Well done. Leviathan. Ouch.
So, man.
Nightdew didn't check the he didn't check who the boss was either. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm assuming that the Mist Dragon's not there, then our progression might be on the moon.
Yep.
This point being the crystal.
It would have to be. I believe unless D-Mist is right there, or the absolute trolliest of trolls, D-Mist in CPU spot.
Oh, that would be so bad for a race like this.
We still haven't found Earth Crystal yet either.
Earth Crystal would also guard an item.
Yeah, and EizanTayama is his grind is going very well. And Zyrakian, thank you so much for that subscription to RPG Limit Break. EizanTayama will probably, after this fight, start going and fighting some bosses here. Couch gonna take on his D-Lunars, which are getting one shot easily by Kane and Edge. Oh, no, didn't get one shot by Edge. I'm sorry. But doing well. That finished him off pretty quick. BigDunka's gonna fight the Calbrennas down here and hopefully not find a Calcabrenna.
So we've had a lot of diversions for a while, but we still are kind of waiting for that next step. Well, I mean, basically at this point, basically the last step. Where is the crystal? Yeah, a lot of our runners have started their grinds. We've seen EizanTayama keep Tella down. I think Couch has kept Tella dead just for the agility manipulation later.
Someone asked in chat, would there be any point in fighting Golbez in the Mist Cave? At this point, no. There would be no reason unless you just really hated Golbez and wanted to beat him up. No reason to do that.
Yeah, exactly. If you had Fusoya, you could argue going after him to beat a boss to give Fusoya some more spells, but that'd be about it. And since our runners never picked up Fusoya, no real spot, no real reason to go fight him.
So nightdew is gonna fight that evil wall at the Ashura spot, only to be disappointed by the reward of a Leviathan summon. EizanTayama is gonna check the lunar spot to find the CPU.
So, in terms of damage, this one doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's the CPU's health itself that could be the issue. So you want to take the defender out first, so it stops healing the CPU, but you got to leave the attacker up.
Right. And this one isn't, as you said before, not too bad. The defender will always cast Remedy on the CPU. The attacker will always use Mazer. Mazer will deal 1/10 of your total HP damage to the party. So as long as you've got constant healing going on, you'll be okay. Now, Eizan used Quake, which will take out both attacker and defender, is going to cause the CPU at this point to start using Globe 199?
Yeah, I believe that's it, Globe 199, which will instantly take out a lot of these party members.
Yes, that's going to be an insta kill. He's going to try to down him quickly, but as soon as he casts, I think 3 Globe 199s, he will revive the CPU and he will revive the attacker and the defender.
Yeah, and with 35,000 HP, this is not an easy amount of HP to whittle through before those get revived.
I would imagine he's going to try to whittle away and cast Quake again to try to get, keep rolling and pounding, powering through him there. nightdew is actually going to the moon for the first time. Alright, so Eizan took down the attacker first. He's going to take out the defender now, and he's going to looks like he's going to drop another Quake with Palom.
We're going to try to eat up the rest of this HP before the CPU wrecks the party. I mean, to be fair, there's no AoE attacks here that's going to just destroy the party in one hit. So he's safe in terms of the party actually dying here, but potentially making it a little harder by dealing with it the way he is.
Right. Now, one of the strategies for this fight in a later spot that I've seen used often, and he downs it, is to cast Wall and then cast Float on the walled character and hope that it lands on the attacker.
Yeah,
Earth Crystal. Okay, so what do you do now?
I think you're on the moon. You got to keep going through these moon spots.
I agree. I would agree with that.
Now, interestingly, BigDunka saved in the sealed cave. But nope, did the exact same thing. Reset right after seeing Matt.
Oh, if Drake no D-miss check.
Like at this point, EizanTayama is the only one who has not checked that spot.
Ooh, Couch took out Wyvern without any Mega Nuke there. Got a very quick attack off.
I think it was Shala screaming in chat, basically, just attack. It only has 500 HP.
Miss Drag question in chat. Miss Dragon held. I'm sorry, not Miss Dragon. The CPU spot was guarding Earth Crystal and a Power Shirt. Oh boy, that's not bad. Free fight. Nightdew accidentally attacks the Dark Knight and resets, so we can try that one again because he's got an Avenger on Kane.
And chat's correcting me. It was Supremacy who was who was yelling to just attack.
And EizanTayama is fighting an Antlion. This is a good spot for Blink strats because he will attack. He only has physical attacks, but his counter is, his counter goes through Blink, but his physical attack, if you got Blink on, be nice.
All right, Antlion down. Second of our moon spots. About to see.
Let's see. We have the crystal. There we go.
So EizanTayama, the first to get the crystal, first in go mode.
And he's right there. I mean, he might just go straight in. Checking our agility. He's planning to go. He's ready.
And Nightdew's also on the moon. Likely going to be shortly behind.
Now, I am extremely happy for the runners. However, I am slightly disappointed, I think Chad is as well, that D-Mist was not in that evil wall spot. Guarding the crystal.
Or if it wasn't evil wall spot, it wasn't guarding the crystal at least.
Yeah. Nightdew's took the Avenger off Kane to go ahead and tank these 3 hits from Dark Knight Cecil, and we get our monologue that justice is not the only right in this world. Someday you'll see. Before he melts into the lunar terrain.
All right.
Bahamut.
I've seen a few good summons, but unfortunately no Rydia in this seed.
No. Bahamut's not extremely helpful unless it's early as well, so.
And Nightdew exited.
Okay. Okay.
Just doing some.
He's
just gonna rest and come back
He's
in.
gonna use his cabin and go. Yeah, I think that's his plan.
Meanwhile, EizanTayama is on the Zeromus fight.
Well, Couch found the wrong crystal in Cave Bahamut.
Would be nice if you had Cecil, but no Cecil. Can't really use that.
And we're about to see the transformation of Zeromus from EizanTayama. Another one of those wonderful Easter eggs I talked about is the sprite for Zeromus is randomized every run by the most of the sprites. I want to say over 250 sprites submitted by Scala Kitty, our wonderful restreamer tonight. And we have Dudemus.
So at this point, EizanTayama first into the Zeromus fight. Nightdew is probably going to be behind shortly, as well as Couch 23. BigDunka is in a bit of trouble. Needs to get to the moon.
Yep. And I think when BigDunka sees that first dot done, he will Just head straight up there. Here's our first big bang. Ooh, looks like Palom's gonna. Well, it should be nerfed, but Palom's still gonna get wrecked by that nerfed big bang. Yeah, bring up Palom. Looks like Couch is just gonna power straight through that Dark Knight Cecil fight. And EizanTayama using Cure 3s to keep everyone kind of spot healed. Trying to keep Tella alive as long as possible there, and using reflect strats, reflecting spells off of a walled character in the Zeromus fight will not trigger the counter nuke. And Couch found his Bahamut summon. BigDunka go ahead and exited out of the land of the summoned monsters. Ooh, very powerful Big Bang. Took out Tella and Palom. Not surprised to see Tella gone. Kane, got to get that elixir on Kane to get our damage going.
BigDunka's on his way to the moon as well. This is kind of turning into a close race, assuming they all stay on the moon at this point.
Get that cure off. Black Hole took off the went ahead and wiped off the wall on Kane so that cure 4 gets through. EizanTayama was thinking about casting directly on him, but he's gonna go ahead and Star Veil so he can bounce. Did EizanTayama not pick up the Avenger?
I don't remember at this point.
Here comes our Big Bang. Let's see. Oh, Palom's in the bubble there. Gonna reflect off of him there. Gonna have to get an item to Palom pretty quick. Okay, nope. Black Hole's just gonna go ahead and take that off there. Kane's jump's doing about 4,000 damage per. So after 3 big bangs, Zeromus will start casting nuke. Well, we'll cast nuke or virus. And he got to that part right now. So we're going to kind of like reset through, it looks like. Nice healing from Rosa.
So, Nightdew's found the antline spot. If he takes out an antline, he'll have the crystal. Couch decided to go a different route. Unfortunately, did not go to that plague spot that has the crystal yet.
Which spot is he checking right now? I was watching Eisen's screen.
I think he's checking... I think he's checking the Ogopogo spot.
Gotcha. This is the karate fight is actually not too bad if you have Paladin Cecil in your party. But he had no problem with Yang.
I was right, he's checking Wyvern spot.
For the Adamant. Well, he can go ahead and get himself a Excalibur if he wants. Oh, EizanTayama in the Meteor phase. Meteor phase is the final phase when Zeromus is almost done. This nuke should do it. Oh, nope. Did not. Sorry, my dramatic lead up. That should do it. Edge takes down Dudemus, and takes first place in this play-in race. EizanTayama advances to the 16 playoff round.
And nightdew right behind, picked up the crystal, is in go mode.
And we'll see if we can get EizanTayama in here for an interview. Just a moment.
At this point, nightdew's in good shape to take second. Couch just found the spot with the crystal and has already finished his grind. At this point, BigDunka is in trouble because he still needs to finish his grind and find the crystal.
Right. Let's see if we can get EizanTayama in here for our interview. I accidentally exited out of the IRC, so I need to send a message.
So nightdew on his way down to Zeromus. Both BigDunka and Couch on the antlion fight. If they finish this, they'll get their crystal. Meanwhile,
there's EizanTayama. GG on your win tonight.
Thanks.
That was fantastic. So you now advance to the playoff round. Congratulations.
Yeah, hopefully that was a bad Z fight I had, but
but you killed it.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. So yeah, Wyvern and Baron in there.
Oh yeah. Once I got Edge, I figured he would be fast enough. I was just hoping the second boss wasn't too bad, but it kind of was.
Yeah, Kenyatta there was a little bit tricky, but yep. So how are you feeling about playoffs coming up here?
I'm ready for the Edward and Tella team.
And that's the interesting thing to remember is that in the next round, the flags will limit you to 5 characters. Every seed, that's it.
That's right. Yep, flags are a little bit different in the playoff round. So, you could be Edward Tella. Could happen. What stuck out, Eizan, about that run for you? What was the what things kind of made you nervous? What things kind of made you excited? Anything particular?
No, when nothing was showing up in the overworld or underworld, I decided to take a shot at the moon because my last 2 races were moon bosses or D-mist that led on the moon that led to the crystal. So I just gave it a shot and went with it.
Did you check Luca Cave?
I did not.
You did not. Okay. All 3 of our other runners checked the Luca Cave and then did not check the boss afterwards. So we were all kind of not hoping, but wondering if maybe D-mist there. Oh heck, we were hoping D-mist was there, so everyone got trolled. But yep, Crystal in the plague spot.
Yeah, I was excited to see CPU in the D lunar spot again.
Right. And you had finished your grind fairly. You did your grind before you did all that. So once you saw that crystal, did you any plans? Did you question whether you should go do anything else, or were you just gonna go straight down, no matter what?
I felt pretty good about Edge's damage output, so I was like, I'll just go to it. And then I started screwing up, trying to mess around with reflect strats. That didn't go too well.
Well, those big bangs were hitting pretty hard. Even the nerfed ones. And we've currently got Nightdew and Couch are in their fight right now. And BigDunka has his crystal and is finishing out his grind on the King Ryu. So it's a very close race.
Yeah. For BigDunka at this point, he needs either Couch or Nightdew to take a death. Or to take a wipe, basically. That's his only chance, really, to get back into this.
Right.
All right. I got to cut out. I got work in the morning, so.
Well, GG to you. Congratulations. I look forward to watching you in the playoffs.
All right. Thanks. Good night.
So, yeah, between Nightdew and Couch, it doesn't really matter who finishes first between these two. As long as they both finish, they should be second and third. As I mentioned, BigDunka really needs someone to wipe.
Yeah, a wipe for Nightdew or Couch or both could be pretty devastating at this point, but I don't think we're going to see a wipe from either of them at this point. Their HP on all their characters are fairly high. Their damage output is fairly high, so.
Yeah, as you said, I can't imagine anybody wiping here, but you never know. They gotta finish the fight. They gotta finish the fight to finish this off.
RNG can be a cruel thing. It can things can happen, but the fight's going fairly clean for everyone right now.
Yeah. As you said, HP values are so high that they can just tank the big bangs and cure 4 through it.
And our in chat mentioning, and if you watch the Eizen's screen going through the credits and the key item roll, Rydia's mom was holding the pass. So Rydia's mom could have been important.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely wouldn't have been disappointed to see the pass, but with the crystal being on the moon, the pass had limited value.
Well, Nightdew in Meteor phase, Nightdew is almost certainly going to take second place in this race. And BigDunka is on his way to fight. And he is down. Nightdew takes second place. Nightdew advances to the playoffs. GG to Nightdew.
Official time 1 hour, 36 minutes, 10 seconds. And now the third spot is basically down to Couch finishing up this fight.
Yep, and barring anything devastating, Couch is in media phase. So Eizan, Nightdew, Couch are all going to be moving on to the playoffs. BigDunka with a fantastic race tonight. I mean, it's been great. And Couch is done as well. So our 3 advanced are Eizan, Nightdew, and Couch.
And I think you saw BigDunka take a pause there. He knows that he's done.
Yeah,
but he's going to finish out the seed.
He will finish that out. Let's see if we can get... Couch told me earlier Couch could not make an interview tonight. But let's see if we can get Nightdew in here. Let's see.
And while I've got a second, I'm gonna go ahead and mention this. We do have. Looks like we do have the second of these races planned for the 17th through 20. That is actually going to take place a week from tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, on September 10th. We don't know a restream or anything yet, but that is when we're going to see the last of these races.
And here is Nightdew. GG, Nightdew.
GG, everybody, and thank you very much.
Very good. So you advance second place, advance to the playoffs. Congratulations.
Oh man, it is. I was really feeling a lot nervous after I pretty much full clear Overworld. I'm like, oh my lord, and I've seen that Earth Crystal, and I'm like, oh no, they probably didn't. They couldn't have dropped back down. That was about the time I saw Eizen's not done. I'm like, it's got to be up here. It's got to be somewhere. I'm just. So I kind of went all in on my CPU and Antlion fights. I'm really kind of actually happy with those, but yeah, it's very close to GG, everybody.
Yes, we also do have Couch joining us as well. GG.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, GG, third place. You advance on to the playoffs as well.
Yeah.
So I'll ask both of you, Wyvern and in the Baron Inn, how was that?
It was
Spent
easy
way
once I
too
was
much
leveled.
time. Yeah, spent way too much time banging my head against it early. I'm like, I'm back. Just stop doing this.
Yeah, the first time I saw it, I was just like, well, this isn't going to hold magma or hooks, so I'm just going to go.
Was there any point, and I know nightdew kind of mentioned this, was there any point that you were starting to feel like concerned of maybe I'm going down the wrong path, maybe I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing?
From the moment I hit A on new game. I'm not kidding.
Now I want to ask, we saw every runner except EizanTayama checked the item in Luca Cave, but nobody checked to see who the boss was.
Yeah, I was actually worried about that for a minute.
I was yelling at myself afterwards. I'm like, why did you not check that boss?
Well, everybody did. Nobody checked, and we were all hoping. I'm sorry, but we were all hoping that Demus was there guarding Crystal, but chat was going kind of crazy, hoping that was going to be the case.
Oh, I've been in chat before when that happened, so yeah, I have been on that end, so I totally get chat on that end.
But lucky for all runners, Plague Spot held that crystal. But it was great. Oh, it was everything. It was very close race tonight. Nightdew and Couch separated by 43 seconds there, so very close. EizanTayama made that went down. I think because he did the King Ryu grind early, saved down there, and then checked those spots. So that sort of benefited him. But I mean, this race was just incredible from the beginning.
I'm just glad I did grind before I went to the moon.
Absolutely.
Well, so what are your thoughts rolling into the playoffs here? New round, a new set of points, new flags.
I'm honestly excited for the flags. They're a lot easier because I don't have to pick who my team is. It's like, hey, here's your team.
Still processing relief right now, but yeah, I mean, what he said, it's just pick your team. We're gonna play a lot of it, just seeing, gonna be a lot of practice, just kind of get used to, certain comps. I mean, sooner or later we're gonna run into like the Edward Teleridia or something's go, and it's gonna be a thing.
Oh, and as Brewers fans said, our last round, our last play-in round is September 10th at 8 Eastern. As he said, we don't have a restream channel yet. I would imagine RPG Limit Break maybe. Don't quote me on that one. But that's the date there. September 10th, 8 Eastern, same time.
Yeah. So, as you go into the playoffs, is there anything you're hoping in terms of, like, I haven't fully read up on it, but I believe there's a draft on which players of the top four want who in their bracket?
I mean, we're kind of at the mercy of them, but I mean, all the same. I mean, it's top 16 time, and there are no easy outs. Everybody here is extremely skilled, so whatever draw we get, it's gonna be a tough race.
And BigDunka finishing with his time of 1:42.37.
GG, Dunka.
Yeah, GG.
It was a great race from everybody. Is there I see if we get BigDunka in here too as well. Is there anything else you'd like to say to our viewers about anything upcoming, about the seed, to Scholar Kitty for rolling this seed.
It was expected. Other than that, just big thanks to the people who put it all together. Scholar Kitty, one of the new admins here, and probably did a heck of a job on the LNN. I'm going to watch that actually as soon as I'm done here. But big thanks to them, and a big thanks to what we're calling the April group here, because they've shouted me out, and I really feel like I need to return the favor. Couch, Alice LeFay, Demarin, and Venerable, all you guys, we're all you men and ladies. Sorry, I mean, just pushing each other to do very well, and but thanks to all of you for keeping me here in this awesome community.
Yes, this community has been phenomenal. Something that I found early this summer, and it's just, if you're not a part of if you haven't, I don't want to say if you're not part of the community, everyone's part of the community. If you're interested in being part of the community, check it out. I'm sure we can get some links for Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise in chat here. Check it out. Join the Discord. Start racing with us. Start playing, hanging out with us. We're all fun. It's a great time. Well, GG to everybody.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah,
Good
thank
game,
you.
both of you guys.
Y'all have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
I think we're still checking to see if we can get BigDunka in here for an interview.
Yep. Send us some messages, just checking. But yeah, we'll hang on for just 1 minute. And while we're waiting, once again, I would like to thank RPG Limit Break for allowing us to host here. Scholar Kitty, our wonderful restreamer. Supremacy, our wonderful tracker. My wonderful co-commentator, Brewers Fan. And there's BigDunka. GG, BigDunka.
Oh, it was a game.
It was. How was Wyvern Inn, Baron Inn? How is that?
So much time there for a life rod that I actually ended up not equipping.
Well, this race tonight was phenomenal. Everybody did basically the same thing. Everybody was very close. Couple divergence that, well, actually, everyone took some like divergent paths and then all came together. It was really interesting to see how that worked. But I mean, everyone just played beautifully tonight.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, it's understandable. I mean, the difference between getting into that last spot was, I think, 6 minutes. It's probably just thinking what could have done differently. I mean, the sea was wide open basically once you got that magma key. It just gave you so many options.
Yeah, I mean, I wasted. I don't know. I think I tried Wavering 3 times. Obviously, that was a big piece of it. I just figured I would have enough speed to sneak in a veil and then just finish it. And then I spent 4 or 5 minutes down in Underworld, down in Feymarsh, doing those 2 bosses down there that ended up being nothing. And that's that. So
This seed was full of a lot of, thinking this got to be it, and then it's a power shirt or something like that.
yeah, there's a lot of junk, So that's just. It's a really nasty, ugly way to end a league. So,
well, I enjoyed watching this race. Played wonderfully. It's just how it rolled.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. There's no. I mean, it's a rando. So, hey, it was. The league was phenomenal. I had a ton of fun. I'm really disappointed to be going away, at this point, considering, the circumstances. But, everybody that is going to be in this 16 it's going to be tons of fun to watch, and they deserve to be there. So, it's disappointing, but I didn't play well enough. That is what it is. So we'll come back when we hopefully have another one.
Yes, there'll be more leagues that I will not qualify for, so it will be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I mean, this, as I was saying before, this community is just phenomenal. So, BigDunka, anything else before we close out and send this on to another channel?
No, I mean, again, thanks to everybody that's put in all the effort to make this thing working. You guys did a phenomenal job. Yeah, there's so much effort that went into this. So it was a pleasure to play, and I'll watch the rest from the peanut gallery.
Well, thank you. Have a fantastic night. I look forward to racing with you in community races coming up. You can whoop me in the community races anytime.
I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Thank you.
And we are going to wrap up tonight. Once again, as I was saying, thank you to RPG Limit Break. Support that channel. Everything they support is phenomenal. Follow our runners. Follow our tracker. Follow our restreamer. Follow. You can follow the commentators if you want. That's fine. But we are going to go ahead and Scala Kitty was our restreamer. Supremacy our tracker. My co-commentator BrewersFanJP, and I am PMAkfal. Anything else you want to say here?
I really think just make sure to tune in for the next of these play-in races, 17 through 20 on September 10th at 8 p.m. More details to be announced, and everybody have a good night.
And we're going to toss it over to Randomania. They are doing Dragon Warrior Randomizer, so thank you and have a wonderful evening.